Good afternoon from the International Skating Center in Simsbury. Game number 2 of the East Haven Co-op season 24-25. Today, East Haven hits the road for the second game of the year to take on the Wildcats of Sgwl. That's Suffield, Granby, and Windsor Locks. Mike Amento, Nick Giglietti, Nick Maniscalco, John Becker Jr., and Rob Becker with you today. East Haven comes off a great game on Wednesday, a 3-3 tie with Amity. East Haven trailed at one point in that game 3-1. Preston Cantelli tied it with 9 seconds to go. Sgwl 0-1. They lost in overtime on Wednesday to Woodstock Academy 4-3. They had a 2-0 lead after 2 periods in that game. They were a Division III semifinalist last year, Nick. So not, just because they're Division III, it's going to be a pretty quality opponent for East Haven today.
Yeah, absolutely. And just because, East Haven is Division II, Sgwl Division III does not mean a thing anymore. But both teams very successful last year, and so far in the 2 games, Sgwl went to overtime with Woodstock Academy. That's still a very good opponent. We'll see how this game or this period goes.
So we are underway here in Simsbury. Noah Boyd is the senior goaltender for Sgwl. Christopher Anderson in goal for East Haven. And Lorenzo DeFilio hounding Blake Deno. As we get this game started, Carter McGlinchey at center ice. Now it's on the stick of Preston Cantelli up to Perillo, who dumps it in. There's a turnover. It's Perillo. Perillo now to DeFilio, who lost it in his feet, and the Wildcats clear out to center. DeFilio quickly back in. Lorenzo into the corner. Lorenzo being taken behind the net by Deno. Now it's Plano. Enzo Plano to the blue line. Carter McGlinchey steps in. McGlinchey with a shot off the glass, high and over the net. Taken there by Landon Phillimore for the Wildcats, who clears it out to center. Preston Cantelli in the zone. Shane Ruggiero in his own zone now to Cantelli. Now Carter McGlinchey. We saw Boyd last year. I think it was like a 10-1 game last year, something like that, at East Haven won.
No, it
Was a 1-goal game last year?
Yeah. McGlinchey scored the game winner with like under 10 seconds or something.
Wow, okay. Great. So the Wildcats carrying into the East Haven zone. Now the puck comes back out to center. Brad Jenis tried to get it in the zone. Jenis has it back. Up ahead now for 14, Maxwell Demers. Demers with a shot. Anderson made the save. Pushed the puck into the corner. Held in at the blue line. They backhand it towards the net. And Sgwl can't hold it in. Now Dimitriadis. Dimitriadis had Shane Ruggiero up at the blue line, but he couldn't get it to him. And now Bonnell just flips it ahead. It's on the stick of Declan Newcomb. Frazier with the turnover. Frazier goes to the net. Frazier on the backhand, and he had 2 chances, and Boyd covered up for the save. 12:45 to go. Scoreless first period. Good chance there for Ben Frazier.
Yeah, absolutely. Beat both the defenders there. Good scoring opportunity. This only chance for East Haven so far this period.
This third line was really good in the Amity game on Wednesday as well. Puck goes into the corner where the Wildcats are going to get to it first, but it's held in at the blue line by Cantelli. Preston puts it back behind the net where Blake Deno goes after it for the Wildcats, and they get it out. It's dumped in now on the stick of Cantelli, who takes it behind his own net. The pass was deflected by Logan Marsh, but now Steele has it for East Haven. Looking for Frazier in the Wildcats zone. Steele with a hit behind the net. Now Logan Marsh in the far corner. Wraps it around the boards for 47, Thomas Keating. Wildcats now are able to get it out to center. Here's Marsh, Logan Marsh, being watched by McGlinchey. Marsh just dumps it around the boards where Perillo gets to it first. Up to the blue line, not out. Anderson sticks it into the corner. Now McGlinchey. Carter McGlinchey to Tanner Walsh. Nice pass. Walsh in the zone. Turns it over. Now the Wildcats look to come back this way. Nice hit there by DeFilio on Mark Colson. Preston Cantelli tied up with Fillmore. Oh, big hit there by DeFilio in front of the net. But the Wildcats come back the other way. Fillmore, they get back on side. They had to touch up. Nice move there. But now it's on the stick of Enzo Plano. Plano up the boards for DeFilio. Across for Cantelli. Preston Cantelli. Now back to Lorenzo. DeFilio in the zone. DeFilio tries to split the two defenders. Couldn't do it. LaCroix does a good job to keep it in. But now the Wildcats come back this way. They carry in, there's 23, Brad Jenis, who has a little bit of size for the Wildcats. LaCroix around now for Sal Plano, getting his first shift of the day. Nice outlet pass to DeFilio. DeFilio tries to put a move on. He left the puck behind, and so the Wildcats quickly return. This team's got a little bit of speed. Here's Maxwell Demers. Demers with a shot that goes over the net of Anderson. LaCroix up the boards looking for Dimitriadis, who couldn't get to it. Now the Wildcats try to dump in. Dimitriadis 2-on-1 with Ruggiero. Dimitriadis in, save made by Boyd. Good chance for Billy Dimitriadis. Now Plano towards the net, and it goes over the net and off the glass. Now Jacob Kilty for the Wildcats. Into the East Haven zone. Cameron LaCroix trying to catch them on a line change. They do. Ruggiero in the Suffield zone. Ruggiero goes to the net. Ruggiero with a chance. Now he has a rebound, and he couldn't get that second opportunity. And we've got a penalty. The net is off the mooring. So 9:49 to go. Scoreless first period. Anderson's had to make a couple of saves here early in the game, but definitely seems like the two teams trying to feel each other out early on. Face off to the left of Noah Boyd. It's the third line. They try to win it back to Carter McGlinchey. He couldn't hold the zone. So Carter takes it at his own blue line. Looks for Tanner Walsh. That gets broken up by 23, Jenis. Jenis around for Logan Marsh. Taken by Carter McGlinchey, deflected off of a stick. And now the Wildcats come back through the neutral zone. Logan Marsh kind of kicks it forward. Taken now by Newcomb. Newcomb drops it back for 47, Keating. Keating takes a hit from Cantelli. Anderson made the stop, and now Preston Cantelli out with it for East Haven. Cantelli in the Wildcat zone. Cantelli in front for Frazier, and his stick was tied up. Frazier's had a few chances here in this opening period. Tanner Walsh tied up in the corner. Frazier there for help. Steele goes to the front of the net if the puck gets freed up, but it's taken by Jack Zlemba for the Wildcats, and Zlemba slings it around the boards. Tanner Walsh's helmet is off on the far side, and we got a stoppage, and they're both going to the penalty box here with 8:36 to go in a scoreless first period, and that play actually went on for a little bit with Tanner without his helmet.
Yeah, and there was just a scramble in the corners there. I think there could have been a penalty just on SGWL. I mean, they took Tanner Walsh's helmet off, but talk about the play of this third line, though. They're hardworking, they go to the net, and they tire teams out.
Yeah, they had a great game on Wednesday against Amity, off to a good start here today. And a face-off to the right of Boyd. Noah Boyd, senior goaltender for the Wildcats. And now behind the net, SGWL wins the face-off. They get it up to the blue line and now out to center, where DeFilio just turns and tries to dump it back in. Oh, big hit there as Brown and Plano collide with Deno. Now DeFilio on a breakaway. DeFilio in the Suffield zone. DeFilio stays with it, and he scores! Lorenzo DeFilio breaks through the neutral zone on a turnover, and with 8:13 to go in the first, East Haven grabs a 1-0 lead.
The never give up attitude, never give up play style from Lorenzo DeFilio. He had a clear break, but there was a SGWL player that came in, got by him, and then went top shelf on the SGWL goaltender.
Second goal of the year for DeFilio.
And what I see there is when Preston Cantelli or Lorenzo DeFilio don't get double teamed, there's no way to shut them down.
Yeah, there definitely is not. They are terrific skaters. And you're right, Nick, as Lorenzo gets sandwiched at center ice. There was a Suffield player that came off the bench in the defensive zone to try to stop Lorenzo on the breakaway. And DeFilio actually had to make a move, and he did. And it worked. So East Haven with the 1-0 lead on the goal by DeFilio. And now it's cleared out to center ice. Carter McGlinchey. McGlinchey in the Wildcat zone. Nice move by Carter. He finally gets bumped off. Carter and the Suffield player go into the boards. Now the Wildcats back through center ice. There's an outlet pass looking for Mark Colson, but it was too far for Colson, and Cantelli got there first. McGlinchey out to center. Ryan Bonnell hustles. Oh, it's in front for Ruggiero, and Ruggiero scores! Shane Ruggiero was right next to the net, and Boyd couldn't slide across fast enough. And with 7:09 to go in the first, Shane Ruggiero gives East Haven a 2-0 lead.
It's a great play by Ryan Bonnell. Ryan Bonnell beat out the icing, put it out in front, and Shane Ruggiero never gave up on the play.
Well, this is exactly the kind of start you want on a long road trip. Second varsity goal. JJ's got good stuff here. Second varsity goal for Shane Ruggiero. Good for him, as that second line throughout the course of this season, they are going to have to score. So now the line of Maddie, Vines, and Weston on the ice in front over the stick of Weston. Now Brown with a chance, and that one got deflected wide. Oh, big hit on this side by Vines. Boy, this line working hard. Brown gets hit on the far side. And the Wildcats ice the puck, and it makes it. No, they wave it off. So LaCroix gets to it as they wave the icing off. Now it's Weston. Weston up ahead to Vines, who takes a hit but tips it into the Wildcats zone. Vines now in the corner. Maddie's in front. It's on his stick. The rebound. Weston, and they could score. How in the world did that not go in? Weston and Maddie and Vines with great chances, and somehow couldn't put it past Noah Boyd. Good work here by this fourth line. Now the Wildcats with an outlet pass. Enzo Plano back for East Haven. Plano up for DeFilio. DeFilio tips it up ahead now off the stick of Perillo. Wildcats go back behind their net. There's a steal. Perillo in front. DeFilio save Boyd. Plano with a rebound. Boyd with another save. Preston Cantelli with a shot. Noah Boyd with a save. 5:38 to go in the period. 2-0 East Haven. They are dominating play here in period one.
So what I've noticed is when East Haven gets a good scoring opportunities, they follow it up with the next line. And it's that fourth line or third line really started the play for East Haven.
So Plano took the draw to the right of Noah Boyd. No power plays yet in the game so far. The penalty that Tanner Walsh took was coincidental, so there was no loss of manpower on the ice. McGlinchey throws it to the net with Perillo in front. Boyd sticked it aside. Cantelli back to DeFilio. Nice touch pass. Carter McGlinchey with a shot. Noah Boyd with a save. Boy, Noah Boyd playing well in the net for the Wildcats here in this first period. Plano and Perillo tied up along the wall. DeFilio trying to dig the puck out. He does. Now it's Plano. Plano throws it wide of the net. Perillo on the far side. Back to Carter McGlinchey. Blocker to side by Boyd. Pressure just continuing from East Haven. Preston Cantelli with a shot that goes over the net. Carter McGlinchey gets to it, pushes it deep. It's been a great first period so far here for East Haven. Enzo Plano tried to drop it back to Perillo. Now it's in the corner where Perillo tries to kick it back up to McGlinchey at the blue line. Shane Ruggiero scored the second goal. Down for the puck. He goes to the net again. It's loose in front. And Carter McGlinchey stepped down, but Suffield able to clear it out. So Preston Cantelli goes all the way back for it. Cantelli to Ruggiero. Ruggiero puts a move on, stays with it, but the puck comes just outside the zone. Carter McGlinchey gets pushed deep by Colson. McGlinchey's got it back right in front of us. Turns it over. There's a centering pass that's broken up by Cantelli. Preston Cantelli in the Wildcat zone. Cantelli, shot saved Boyd, and he gloves the rebound. 3:41 to go here, first period. East Haven with a 2-0 lead, and they have just control play right from the opening faceoff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, once they get that first goal, they gain all of that confidence, and then other lines will follow that up, and it's just an all-around great play by East Haven.
So off the faceoff, puck comes out to center. Cameron LaCroix back for it. LaCroix turned it over. Now it's off the stick of Plano, and Plano clears it out to center. Ryan Bonnell, who really made the hustle play on the goal by Shane Ruggiero. Puck dumped in now on the stick of LaCroix. LaCroix going up the boards and out of the zone. Just cleared it out to center, where the Wildcats will try and start. Plano stepped up. He collided with Fillmore. In the zone is Sal Plano over to Dimitriadis. Dimitriadis with a shot, and Boyd with a save, and that net comes off again with 2:59 left in the period, and East Haven up 2-0.
To me, it looks like the mindset that has led to the lead so far is just keep shooting and get the puck as much as you can.
Yeah, they've had the puck on their stick quite a bit here in this first period. Anderson made a couple of saves early in the period, but hasn't had as much work here in the second half.
No, I feel like once East Haven scored that goal, it's been all East Haven. I don't even think he's had a shot since.
Third line out there now, which has been good. Frazier behind the net, being hounded. Now back to the blue line. McGlinchey throws it towards the net. Threw a bunch of bodies, but it didn't get all the way through. Taken now by Kilty for the Wildcats, but they can't get it out of the zone. Good hustle by Frazier to keep it in. Steele puts it in the corner. Now Tanner Walsh back there trying to help out, and the Wildcats turn it over. Steele back to the blue line. They keep it in. Carter McGlinchey to the net, wide of the net, deflected. And now the Wildcats come away with the puck. Broken up by Frazier. And now in the East Haven zone, here they come. Demers with a chance. Maxwell Demers with a shot that goes up and over the net. And now the Wildcats carry back in. Going forward in the corner is Deno. Deno to Kilty. They keep it in at the blue line. Shot blocked nicely by Steele. And he's got a hustle and a foot race with Declan Newcomb. Steele gets to the puck. Steele trying to go to the net. Walsh was taken down. Big hit there behind the net by Tanner Walsh. And the Wildcats come away with the puck. Plano flips it ahead. And now East Haven completing a line change. DeFilio trying to steal at center, but the Wildcats get it back. They carry in East Haven zone now, broken up by Enzo Plano. Up to Perillo. Perillo looking for DeFilio at center ice. This is an Olympic-size rink, so it's a little bit wider than what everybody might be used to. The other rink here is an NHL rink. Plano scores! The puck went under the glove of Boyd, and Enzo Plano with his first regular season goal. And with 59 and a half seconds to go, East Haven takes a 3-0 lead.
We've been waiting for this one. Enzo Plano has been such a phenomenal player, but some of that luck hasn't gone his side last year, and it's really showing this year.
Enzo, part of that first line. Yeah, he had one goal against Xavier in the first scrimmage.
Not Xavier, it's last year's scrimmage.
Oh, last year's scrimmage. And then now this is first varsity goal. DeFilio in front looking for Perillo. Boyd covered up, and there's a scuffle in front. Suffield players taking exception to East Haven crashing the net with 44 seconds left in the period. And East Haven up 3-0, crashing the net. It's just part of the game, really. good hustle by this first line.
Yeah, they're like we said before. It's a never give up play. They're like we said, it's hockey. You know, crashing the net. If there's a big rebound, which Boyd has done a lot so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of. He's had to make a ton of saves here in this opening period. 3 different goal scorers. We had 3 different goal scorers in the Amity game on Wednesday as well. Wildcats onside, trying to get a puck to center ice. DeFilio lost his stick. I think it was knocked out of his hand. Now the Wildcats put one wide to the glove side of Anderson. Now they skate out with it. Here's DeFilio. Lorenzo DeFilio drops it back for Plano. Plano in the zone. Now it's tipped back out to center. McGlinchey over to Cantelli. Now Perillo couldn't keep it on his stick. Preston's got it back. He's got a chance for one shot. Cantelli takes it. Boyd makes the save, and that's where the period will end. So DeFilio, Ruggiero, and Enzo Plano, the goal scorers, and that equals a 3-0 East Haven lead.
Yeah, it's a really good period. Obviously, you want to get off to a hot start. Long drive as well. I'm sure there were the bus legs that we talk about, but everyone got involved. The defensemen got involved. Anderson made some quality saves at the start of the period, and obviously all 3-4 lines have done a phenomenal job.
So especially playing against the Division III on the road, Division III team on the road, you get off to a good start. End of 1, East Haven with a 3-0 lead. Back for the second period in a moment. Back here at the International Skating Center in Simsbury, we start period 2, East Haven with a 3-0 lead. DeFilio, Ruggiero, and Enzo Plano, the first period goal scorers. DeFilio goes to the net and he scores. He went upstairs on Boyd. A great move by DeFilio. It took just 10 seconds into the second period, and East Haven now has a 4-0 lead.
He did the same thing against North Haven last year.
Yep.
I was going to say, he loves to cut in and then go right out to the outside, try and break the defender's ankles in a way. And then, obviously, the goalie is not expecting that. It has a lot of space and time.
So it took 10 seconds for Lorenzo DeFilio to add to the East Haven lead. And they now lead it 4-0. Enzo Plano shot Perillo the rebound, and he didn't get a lot on it. Now Enzo Plano behind the net. Plano being watched by Blake Denna. Now it's tied up behind the net. Enzo comes away with it. Looking for DeFilio, broke it up. And Blake Denna out of the zone for the Wildcats. Dumps it in at the blue line. Cantelli ties him up, and it goes under Anderson and in. And there's a goal for the Wildcats. Blake Denna with the goal. And with 14:17 to go in the second period, East Haven's lead is now cut to 4-1.
Yeah, so I think what happened was Anderson wasn't on his post fully. There was a little bit of space between the blocker and his arm there, and I think it just squeezed through.
So the Wildcats get one back. It's a long way for them to go to come all the way back, but it was 3-0 after 1, and now we're back to that 3-goal deficit again. Anderson did not see much work in the first period today. The officials are having a conversation with the Wildcats bench. They got a fresh puck off that bench, and now we're ready to go. Second line out there now for East Haven. Billy Dimitriadis taking the draw. One back to Brown. Now LaCroix. Up to Shane Ruggiero. Ruggiero centers over the stick of Dimitriadis. And now the Wildcats come out with the puck. Nice play by Shane Ruggiero, who's been very active so far today. He got the second East Haven goal. Now tied up in the corner is Cam LaCroix. Dimitriadis is there for help behind the net to the right of Christopher Anderson. Now it's on the stick of Ryan Bunnell. Bunnell got tied up, couldn't get it out of the zone. Now it does come out to center, but the Wildcats are going to take it. Bunnell steals it back, 3-on-2. Bunnell to Dimitriadis. Now Ruggiero took the shot, but it got blocked. LaCroix couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Now Benji Brown. Brown Has to wait for Bunnell to touch up. He does. Brown takes a shot that gets deflected. Goes behind the net, taken there by Brad Jennis. Jennis up the boards, not out of the zone. Brown does a nice job to step up, keep the play in front of him. Now Jennis in the East Haven zone, stolen by LaCroix. LaCroix out on the backhand. Now, so McGlinchey in the far corner in the East Haven zone. Tanner Walsh, who's also been good so far today. Yeah, Coach Payne mixed up because he's skating 5 defensemen. So he mixed up the 5 defensemen Wednesday as well. And he's doing the same thing today so far, getting Sal Plano shifts with Cameron LaCroix. Big hit by Carter McGlinchey on the far side. And now Preston Cantelli into the Wildcat zone. Cantelli trying to work through Zlemba. Now it's behind the net. Held in on the far side by Carter McGlinchey. Thrown on Boyd. He made the save. Behind the net, Deno, who goes around the boards trying to get it out. He does. Frazier gets tied up, tackled by Colson, and the puck is underneath him with 11:40 to go here in his second period. East Haven with a 4-1 lead. And still, despite the goal, Anderson still hasn't seen much action here in the game.
No, which is crazy to think because you would think SGWL would kind of go on a push. But really after, he probably had 4 or 5 shots in the first, only this one shot the second period.
Credit to East Haven defensively. DeFilio, who's got 2 goals today, goes to the net. Plano looking for a second one, and Boyd made the stop with 11:33 to go here in the second period. East Haven with a 4-1 lead. Off the face-off, Wildcats win the draw. Clear it out to center ice. They get in the East Haven zone. Enzo Plano was back there after they got by Cam LaCroix. Perillo near side, backhands it up. Nice pass to Plano. Enzo finds DeFilio. DeFilio waits for the puck. Gets by the defender. DeFilio drops it back for Perillo. Back to LaCroix towards the net. Save. They poke at the rebound, and the Wildcats able to clear. That one dumped in the East Haven zone, but LaCroix's going to have to play it. There's no icing. LaCroix on the forehand. Up for DeFilio, but it goes out of the zone. Now on the stick of Perillo. Nicholas Perillo carries into the corner. Perillo looking to go in front for Ruggiero. His pass was blocked. Wildcats come away with the puck. Nice play by LaCroix to step down. LaCroix kept it in. LaCroix still has it on his stick. LaCroix stops. Good stick handling by Cam LaCroix. Over the stick of Enzo Plano. And now the Wildcats clear the zone. They get it up to center where it's knocked down and taken by Sal Plano. Plano, nice pass to Ruggiero, who's got Bunnell now in front of the net. Centering pass for Dimitriadis, and Boyd makes the save with 10:06 to go. Second period, 4-1 East Haven. Good chance there for Billy Dimitriadis.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play by Shane Ruggiero once again. Got by the SGWL player, put it out in front. I actually think Dimitriadis had a little bit more time to actually handle the puck there and not just shoot it one time.
Face off to the right of Boyd. And it goes all the way back to the blue line where Cantelli couldn't keep it in. Now Carter McGlinchey for East Haven. McGlinchey finds Dimitriadis. Now to Bunnell. Ryan Bunnell pushes it deep. Ruggiero's got to go get to it on the far side. Ruggiero overskates, and now the Wildcats clear it out to center. Good play by Ryan Bunnell, the back check. Ryan Bunnell turning into a very nice two-way player. Puck dumped in there by James Nicholas for the Wildcats. Preston Cantelli looking for that long pass for Ruggiero, and it bounced over his stick. 9:26 left, second period. It's East Haven 4, SGWL 1, and East Haven has continued a lot of attack zone time. It seems like the puck is always on their stick.
Yeah, well, once East Haven loses it, they fight so hard to get it back, and that really puts pressure and tires the lines out for SGWL.
Face off in the East Haven zone to the right of Anderson. Callan O'Neill getting a shift now with Steele and Weston, so a little bit of a different combination here. Combination of third and fourth line for East Haven. Puck held in at the blue line by Brad Jennis, goes wide of the net. That one deflected, knocked down by Cantelli. And now Preston Cantelli skates with it. Cantelli centers for Steele, followed up by O'Neill, and he got knocked down. Carter McGlinchey over far side for Cantelli. They go in front for Weston, who had a chance. Boyd made the save on Weston. And we got a penalty coming up, a cross check on the Wildcats. So with 8:39 to go in the period, a great chance on the other end for this third, fourth line combo. And now East Haven's going to get the first power play of the day here, already with a 3-goal lead, looking to add to it. Face off to the right of Boyd. Good chance there for that line.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was Fleischer right in front. Had a couple shots on net. It was a great opportunity for him.
I think they were 0 for 3 on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, on the power play. So now face off to the right of Boyd. East Haven's first power play of the game. The penalty was a cross check on Declan Newcomb for the Wildcats. And they clear it out. So now Preston Cantelli turned the puck over. Wildcats shorthanded, being a little bit aggressive here as they've got the puck now at center ice, but now it's DeFilio. DeFilio on the power play. He goes to the net, drops a pass back, and there's actually some contact with Lorenzo, who was going to the net, but they don't call it. And now knocked down at center ice, Carter McGlinchey trying to keep the puck in front of him, and it winds up going all the way down to the stick of Anderson. So now it's DeFilio. DeFilio in the Wildcat zone at the wing. Lorenzo sets it up there. Drops it back underneath for Enzo Plano. Nice little give and go with Cantelli. It goes off the stick of Plano. Now back to the blue line. Cantelli across for Carter McGlinchey, who fanned on it. Carter gets it back, throws it towards the net. Deflected well wide. Enzo Plano. Now Preston Cantelli. Back behind the net, over Preston's stick. And all the way down, Anderson comes out, plays it, leaves it for McGlinchey. 30 seconds on the power play. DeFilio with a nice job to stay on side. Cantelli to the net, and he shot it wide to the glove side. Now Carter McGlinchey. McGlinchey at center ice. Hard pass by Carter off the stick of Cantelli, and the Wildcats clear it all the way down. Preston behind the net. 10 seconds left on the power play. Now Cantelli carries in. Cantelli in front looking for Ryan Bonnell, and it was broken up. And East Haven 0 for 1 on the power play today. Wildcats on a potential 2-on-1. Sal Plano back behind his own net. Plano with a little bit of room now. Outlet's too far for Ryan Bonnell, but Bonnell turns it over at center ice. Can't keep it on his stick, and there's Jacob Kitley. Kitley in the Wildcat zone, can't keep it. And now it's Bonnell, Ryan Bonnell in the Suffield zone. Bonnell drops it back for Ruggiero, shot just wide. Shane Ruggiero, the puck goes off the stick of Bonnell in front. Kilty trying to get it out. They've got somebody hanging at the blue line, so there's no icing. There's a centering pass that goes off the skate of Dimitriadis. Oh, big hit there at center. Frazier took the hit. And now he gets back into the play on Blake Deno. Dimitriadis in the Wildcat zone. Trying to drop it back for Ruggiero. Plano couldn't keep it in. So here come the Wildcats now. The Wildcats. They fan on the chance. Big hit by Shane Ruggiero. Benji Brown gets hit far side. This is a very physical Suffield team. Frazier gets hit again as East Haven having trouble getting it out of their own zone. Plano off the boards, took a weird carom, but now the puck finally back out to center. Nice play there by Plano to knock his man off the play. Now it's Frazier. Frazier to Dimitriadis. Pass went a little bit too far, but it's into the corner. Wildcats come away with the puck now. Here's 9, Colson. Colson digs it off to Fillmore. Fillmore couldn't get it in the zone. Now they do carry in. Nice play by Brown to prevent the centering pass. Neither team has had a good scoring chance the last several minutes. Big hit right in front of the official on the far side. Steele looking for Tanner Walsh at center. Nice play by Walsh to get in there and turn the puck over. There's a shot on net. Boyd covers it up and calls for the whistle. 4:13 left, second period. 4-1 East Haven with the lead. And East Haven defensively, again today, doing a great job of really trying to make things as easy for Anderson as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned it last game, not really getting in front of Anderson's eyes, so that way he could see the puck. They've also been very physical, which I like.
So face off to Boyd's right. Plano with a shot. Boyd with a glove save. 4:09 to go. Second period, East Haven with a 4-1 lead. Enzo Plano with a goal already today. And another good chance there. Face off again to the right of Boyd. Plano actually wins the face-off to DeFilio, who has 2 today. McGlinchey winds up going back to Preston Cantelli. DeFilio flicks one towards the net that was knocked down. Lorenzo couldn't keep it in, so the puck does come outside the zone. Oh, nice play by DeFilio, who had his stick held, went across the ice for Perillo, and Perillo got tied up and he had no shot. On the far side now, big hit by DeFilio. Carter McGlinchey kept it in, but that didn't last long. Wildcats in the East Haven zone now. That's Declan Newcomb. Newcomb, centering pass, didn't connect. Nice hustle by Lorenzo DeFilio, who turns and forces Boyd to make the save. Perillo off the stick of McGlinchey and out of the zone. Shane Ruggiero, long pass across for Cantelli. Preston Cantelli stood up right at the blue line. Now Ryan Bonnell reverses direction, puts it back behind the net. Cantelli steps down, fires well wide. McGlinchey to Ruggiero, center for Dimitriadis, who got hit as he shot. Cantelli trying to feather one in front for Ryan Bonnell. Ryan Bonnell assisted on the goal by Shane Ruggiero. Dimitriadis with a backhander, and his stick broke as he took the shot. Now Ryan Bonnell with a chance, and Boyd made the save there. Now Tanner Walsh had the puck bounce off his stick, and now Cantelli. Across for Bonnell, up ahead now for Tanner Walsh. Shot save, that was McGlinchey, I'm sorry. Now Walsh back to Ruggiero. Ruggiero with a shot, and I believe Boyd got a piece of that. East Haven with tons of pressure, and that's going to be an icing with 2 minutes to go here in the second period. East Haven with a 4-1 lead, and they have just put endless pressure on Noah Boyd all day long.
Yeah, East Haven has to have at least 30, 35 shots on net, if not more. For SGWL, I mean, they haven't even dumped the puck in the East Haven zone, really.
So face off to Boyd's right here. It's Tanner Walsh taking the draw. And it's won by the Wildcats. Frazier tries to tie his man up. Walsh has it. Walsh took a shot that was blocked. Now it's on the stick of LaCroix, who's paired with Plano. And Cameron LaCroix dumps it in. Wildcats near side. They clear out to center. Goes all the way in East Haven zone. It's a foot race. And LaCroix wins the foot race. LaCroix back around for Sal Plano. Dangerous spot here. Plano off the stick of Frazier and out to center. Steele looking for Walsh. It's dumped in the Suffield zone. Behind the net, Geno. Knocked down by Plano, now cleared out to center ice, where Cameron LaCroix is going to win another foot race. The Wildcats will be offside if they touch, and they're able to clear it out to center. Good hustle by LaCroix. LaCroix can't find the puck. Really good hustle there by Cameron LaCroix. Puck now behind the net. Steele. We got Tanner Walsh down on the ice on the far side, and now we got a whistle with just under 40 seconds to go here. Second period.
To me, it looked like
So we talked about this in between periods. Suffield's got some size, so you got to watch the physical play here as this game goes on.
Yeah, they're going to be very frustrated, obviously being down by 3 right now. If you're East Haven, kind of just keep your composure, keep playing the way you're playing, because it's obviously getting under the skin of the SGWL players.
So the face off to the left of Boyd. Enzo Plano, who's had a good day so far. He wins the faceoff up the backhander, and DeFilio scores. That's a hat trick for Lorenzo DeFilio. And with 35 seconds left in the second period, DeFilio gives East Haven now a 5-1 lead.
I mean, what else can you say about DeFilio? He's a phenomenal player. He'll do anything for you. He'll crash the net, deke a player out, and he does everything for East Haven.
And it's funny, you can hear the bench from this side. It certainly seems like they're having a lot of fun over there. This team's gotten off to a good start. It's kind of like a little engine that could kind of team. It really is. And they've gotten off to a very good start here. Played well on Wednesday, and obviously have played well today. Plano back to DeFilio, a nice pass back to Perillo, but he couldn't get a shot. Cantelli turned it over, but now Carter McGlinchey back for East Haven. McGlinchey just dumps it in far side, and it's in the corner, and that's where this period's going to end. So more pushing and shoving here as we end this second period. So East Haven adds to their lead after 2. They're up 5-1.
Yeah, another great period by East Haven. Really shut down. Anderson didn't see many shots, maybe 1 or 2 shots, nothing too crazy. Did give up a goal, but East Haven has the 5-1 lead.
Played solidly here through the first 30 minutes. 15 more to go at the end of 2. East Haven leads at 5-1. Back for the third in a moment. Back here at the International Skating Center in Simsbury, we start the third period. East Haven with a 5-1 lead. Lorenzo DeFilio with 3. Shane Ruggiero, Enzo Plano with the other goals. And East Haven comfortably in front here as we start the third period. After tying Amity 3-3 the other day, looking for their first win of the year today. Perillo in the Wildcat zone. Perillo got tied up, dropped it for Enzo Plano. In front for DeFilio, who was tied up. He's going for his 4th goal of the day. Quite a day for DeFilio. Perillo passed that off to Carter McGlinchey, And we got an interference call here, and with 14:10 to go in the third, Lorenzo DeFilio going to the box for interference.
I thought it could have been on both, honestly. I think, they were just battling, and refs just saw Lorenzo. I think it was a cross-check. I wasn't sure of the call, but Eastie's penalty kill was very good the other day.
Yeah, they were. That's one thing that's kind of carried over from last season, is that the penalty kill was terrific. So the Wildcats set their power play up here, down by 4. They've got the puck at the top of the face-off circle now. Plano and Perillo, the two forwards. That one off the glove of Anderson. Carter McGlinchey couldn't get it out. Now the Wildcats control top of the zone here. East Haven not letting them get anything inside. Knocked down by Carter McGlinchey, off the boards and out. Good job by Carter as he gets it out to center. And the Wildcats will restart at their own blue line. Newcomb carries in for the Wildcats. Off the stick of Preston Cantelli and out. Ryan Bedell out there now. Plano comes off. Shane Ruggiero is going to come on. 1 minute left on the SGWL power play. Good hustle down there by Ryan Bunnell. Bunnell just gets it back out to center where East Haven kills a little bit of time. Cantelli with a shot glove by Boyd, and he holds it. 12:53 to go third period. 43 seconds on the power play and for Suffield, then a 5-1 East Haven lead.
Coach Payne not happy with the officials now. I think it was Shane Ruggiero got knocked down in front. Looked like a cross-check right to the back of the head. No call.
So off the face-off, puck comes all the way down in the East Haven zone. Cantelli across for McGlinchey. And now the Wildcats can't keep it on their stick. Cantelli short-handed shot, save Boyd. Cantelli crouches the net. Bunnell with a shot, save Boyd, rebound. Bunnell puts a backhander over the net. Good effort short-handed by Ryan Bunnell and Preston Cantelli. Carter McGlinchey dumps it deep. Just 10 seconds left now on the Wildcats power play. There's a steal by Bunnell, but he couldn't carry it all the way in. A terrific penalty kill here for East Haven, and DeFilio out of the box. Wildcats carry in, but they don't get a shot as Carter McGlinchey carries the puck deep. Now Enzo Plano on the stick of Cantelli, who has DeFilio. DeFilio on a break. DeFilio in, and he scores. Lorenzo DeFilio, his 4th goal of the game. And with 11:47 to go in the third, DeFilio gives East Haven a 6-1 lead.
A terrific pass by Carter McGlinchey. Saw DeFilio, nobody near him. DeFilio with the great hands. We've seen him score 5 goals in a game before, so it could happen again.
So DeFilio with 5 goals on the season so far, and we're not even through 2 games yet. So Lorenzo having himself a day today, and East Haven's got a 6-1 lead. LaCroix looking for steal. Lorenzo DeFilio was one of the 25 players to watch in Division II this year. Yeah, that's right, he did. He scored 4 goals against Brantford a year ago, and he was, I think it's Dave Stewart in his 25 players to watch in GameTimesCT.com, the Connecticut Insider. Preston was also in that, right? Yeah, Preston Cantelli was in there too. 11:16 to go here, third period, 6-1 East Haven. And we talked about it before the game that, we thought this was going to be a difficult, as it turns out, not as difficult a challenge as we thought. But with these Division III teams, there isn't much of a gap between Division III and Division II anymore.
No, it really isn't like it used to be. Division I still some quality teams. Division II, I would probably say, is the most competitive. You have some Division III teams that are there that can compete at the Division II level.
East Haven on a power play here now, looking for their first power play goal of the year. I'm sure Coach Payne would like to go home with that today as well. Across for Cantelli. Cantelli with a shot. Boyd made the save, and he holds it. 10:49 to go. Third period, 1:33 on the East Haven power play. East Haven with a 6-1 lead here. Face off to the right of Noah Boyd in the Wildcats zone. And it's out of the zone at center now, where Preston Cantelli takes it. Gives it up to DeFilio. DeFilio in the Wildcats zone now. DeFilio behind the net for Plano. Enzo Plano has DeFilio open. Shot save. Boyd. DeFilio looking for goal number 5 on the day. Anderson leaves it for Preston Cantelli. Cantelli not quite sure who the pass was intended for, but it was knocked down, and now Preston has it back. Cantelli into the Wildcat zone. Leaves it for Perillo. Now McGlinchey with room. McGlinchey shot. Big pad save by Boyd, and the Wildcats clear it all the way down. Anderson leaves it for Carter McGlinchey. McGlinchey now to Cantelli. Cantelli with some room. 35 seconds on the power play. Now Perillo behind the net. Perillo to Cantelli. McGlinchey's open. McGlinchey finds a little room. Save, rebound. Cantelli. And it didn't get on net. Cantelli takes a hit behind the net. Now Perillo goes down. Cantelli comes out with it. Finds Lorenzo, one-timer save, rebound, and there's a delayed penalty coming up on the Wildcats. So McGlinchey had it behind the net. Anderson goes to the bench for the extra attacker, as Suffield hasn't touched the puck yet. So they're 0 for 2 today, but they're going to get another power play chance here with 9:06 left in the third period. Still 6-1. I'd assume we would see the second power play unit now, considering that that first unit was out there the whole time. And yeah, that's so we're going to have Dimitriadis, Ruggiero, and Ryan Bonnell. Cantelli and McGlinchey staying out there, though. Nope, they're going to make a defensive change, too. Brown coming out for McGlinchey. Preston, who, if he doesn't log 40 minutes of ice time a game, I'm shocked. Brown, face-off was won back to him. Preston Cantelli. Now back to Brown. It's a cross-check. That's the latest penalty. Now Brown behind the net for Bonnell. Bonnell finds Brown going to the net. Shot, save, Boyd. The puck was behind him, and Brown's got it covered, and Billy Dimitriadis wound up in the net. He got taken down, so 8:39 left third period, 1:34 on the power play, 6-1 East Haven. And Billy Dimitriadis got taken down pretty hard going into the net. Ah, yeah, his helmet came off too. Did it come off in the hit? So he's going to be he's got to go off. So now that number 1 power play unit comes right back out, and DeFilio, you know they're going to try to find him for goal number 5. Puck comes out of the zone. Cantelli over to Brown. Benji Brown out to Enzo Plano, who's got his first varsity goal today. Perillo tried to go back to Plano, far corner. Inside the top of the circles, Cantelli shot, save. Rebound, they poke at it, and Enzo had it pop over his stick. Enzo Plano still has it. Enzo skating confidently. Top of the circle, Cantelli across for Brown. Brown to the net, saved by Boyd. Benji Brown looking good on defense here. Cantelli down low for Plano now. DeFilio has it. And they try to go in front and the Wildcats clear it out. East Haven still looking for that first power play goal. Brown now up to Perillo. Perillo. Now to Brown. 30 seconds left on the power play. Perillo has Bunnell and Plano in front. Oh, the puck went in front, but it comes all the way behind the stick of Brown, and Anderson floats it across for Cantelli. Preston Cantelli's been on the ice for both of these consecutive power plays. Preston goes to the net in front to Dimitriadis, and it was blocked. Rebound still doesn't go in. They poke at it, and somehow Boyd kept it out of the net. Cantelli throws it across for Dimitriadis, and the power play doesn't convert. So East Haven still without a power play goal, but that one looked really good. So you could see that they're working on it. They are 0 for 6. They were 0 for 3 on Wednesday, 0 for 3 today. There's a save by Anderson, one of the few that he's had to make in this game. Now Dimitriadis on a break. Has Ruggiero with him. Dimitriadis shot saved by Boyd. Boyd pushed it into the corner. Bunnell now to Ruggiero. Now Bunnell, who lost it, Shane Ruggiero, gets it back far side. Ruggiero still has it behind the net. LaCroix turned it over. Cameron keeps it in. Throws it wide of the net. The Wildcats just clear it out to center. Carter McGlinchey gains the red line, dumps it in. Now Carter McGlinchey across ice for LaCroix, because Brown and Cantelli were out for so long on the kill. Wilkinson getting a shift now with Matty and O'Neill. O'Neill goes to the net. He lost it. Now LaCroix on net. Boyd with the save, and he covers up the rebound. 5:20 to go here, third period. East Haven with a 6-1 lead. Dylan Robert getting his first shift, and he's going to go out there with Preston Cantelli. And I would love to know, maybe if we talk to any of the coaches between now and Thursday, how much ice time Preston Cantelli logs. It's got to be darn close to 38 to 40 minutes a game. We've seen players like that in the past in this program that get a ton of ice time. Last one I remember getting ice time like that was Joe Dalbero. Wilkins.
Joe Dalbero, Matt Latella,
Yep,
Rocco Plano.
Yep. Tom Brunski back before that. Yeah, Vin Rachi as well. We have a long history of good players in this program. Steele out there with Frazier now. Dylan Robert defensively with Preston Cantelli. Raymond Weston getting another shift. He had a good shift. Nice play by Dylan Robert to turn it over for Weston, and Weston took a shot that went wide. Coach Payne getting everybody on the ice today with this game comfortably in hand for East Haven. Dylan Robert at the blue line takes a shot deflected, and Steele almost put the deflection in. Good shot by Dylan Robert. So JJ just made a good point. All four of the guys, Robert, Weston, Frazier, and Steele, were all JV players last year on the ice with Preston Cantelli. And that's right, goaltender Christopher Anderson as well. And if my memory serves me right, and I don't see how it can't at this point, This is going to be his first varsity win. Good for him. He is improving with every game and every practice, I'm sure, and he's getting his opportunity. And big hit in front of the Suffield bench. Sal Plano took that hit. He takes another one, and that's going to be a penalty on the Wildcats with 3:01 to go here in the third period and a 6-1 East Haven lead. Sal Plano took 2 hits on the far side, unnecessary, and the second one got called.
Yeah, and you can see SGWL getting very, very frustrated. Haven't really tested Anderson at all this period.
Yeah, East Haven has dominated this game from puck drop today, easy for me to say. And they have just looked solid in every aspect. No concern of bus legs for this game, as they have been the better team. They outshot Amity, I think it was 35-27 on Wednesday in the 3-3 tie. And I'm sure that disparity is going to be even greater today. So and that could have been a trip. That's a dangerous, dangerous hit. And it is going to be a penalty on the Wildcats. Bunnell across for Demetriadis. Noah Boyd with an unbelievable save, robbing Billy Demetriadis. And we got another penalty on Suffield with 2:25 to go. The clock is still running. Now it's stopped. They wanted a few extra seconds to go off the clock.
That happens every year, right?
Yeah, it does. Usually it happens in our rink, but it's good to see.
It's common practice.
Yeah, it's good to see it happen elsewhere too. 2:22 left, third period. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for a minute 22. Good to see that Coach Payne's got the second power play unit out there now. No need to have Enzo and Lorenzo and Nicholas Perillo out there. So this unit's been good. East Haven's still looking for that first power play goal of the year. We'll see if they can get it here. Benji Brown drops it back for Shane Ruggiero. Across for Demetriadis. Shot saved by Boyd. Billy Demetriadis has looked really good today. He's had a ton of chances on Boyd. Demetriadis winds up going back to LaCroix. LaCroix just pushes the puck deep. Wildcats looking to clear 50 seconds in the 5-on-3. And they fire off the boards and all the way down. So Anderson leaves it for LaCroix. Now up ahead for Brown. By the way, we did not announce on Wednesday our player of the game as East Haven whistled down for offsides. Preston Cantelli was our player of the game on Wednesday, who scored the tying goal with, 9.1 seconds left. So I think we can player of the game for today.
I mean, it's got to be Lorenzo, right? 4 goals. Or maybe Anderson, only giving up 1 goal.
Yeah.
Player of the game?
Lorenzo.
Unanimously, Lorenzo DeFilio, the player of the game here for game 2. But as Dylan Robert takes a shot, we're going to try to get Enzo Plano after the game, who scored his first varsity goal today. Dylan Robert toward the net, deflected wide. And I can guarantee you, if Dylan Robert scores, we're going to be doing 2 interviews today. No question about that. Puck dumped out. Dylan getting his second shift. He's had a couple of good shifts here in this third period. He's paired out there now with Sal Plano. Plano in the Wildcat zone. Wilkinson, Weston, and Vines getting power play time here as East Haven just looks to tally that first power play goal. And the puck is, and Dylan Robert makes a hit. The bench loves it. Boyd covers up for the whistle with 28 seconds left in the third period. 5 seconds on the power play. So it looks like East Haven's now going to be 0 for 8 through the first 2 games of the season on the power play. But at the end of the day, that isn't the stat that matters the most.
No, they want to get the wins, and they want to just score goals. Not that scoring on the power play. I don't want to say it doesn't mean as much, but as long as the puck is in the back of the net.
Boyd covers up again with 25 and a half to go. So Mason LaCroix is going to get his first action as a freshman. Christopher Anderson coming off from Mason LaCroix, making his varsity debut. And Ryan Bonnell scores just as the penalty expired with 20 and a half seconds left. Ryan Bonnell scores, and that puts East Haven on top 7-1. And this team just does not quit.
Just a dominant performance, really. I mean, you got goals from pretty much everybody this game. Can't say much about the effort they put in today.
Coaches congratulating Christopher Anderson over on the bench. He did a fantastic. He's had 2 good games. East Haven's given up a total of 4 goals in the first 2 games. Defensively, this team is solid. They've scored 10 goals now in 2 games. I think we have a hand pass whistled here with 13 seconds left. So this will be another 2-point game. East Haven will get 2 points for beating the Division III team today. So they'll be 1-0-1 with 4 points after the first week of the season. And if the Wildcats get into the Division III tournament with 8 wins, East Haven will get another point later in the year, something that'll be worth keeping an eye on. But for right now, it is win number 1 as East Haven defeats SGWL 7-1.
Just a dominant performance. Lorenzo DeFilio, phenomenal game. Defense played great. They didn't let SGWL get any sort of pressure, and really tested the SGWL goaltender as well.
First varsity win for Christopher Anderson, and that's awesome.
Yeah, also Preston Cantelli, Lorenzo DeFilio, and Shane Ruggiero all look very dominant today.
Yeah, Shane Ruggiero had a very, very good game. Lorenzo DeFilio played well. Another big win for this team. The next game will be this coming Thursday, the home opener at the Lungo Rink against Glastonbury. Note the time, a 12 noon face-off this Thursday. Matinee affair, 12 noon Thursday against Glastonbury, the home opener. This is our final broadcast before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to the entire East Haven Co-op hockey family. And that's going to do it from here. So for Nick Giglietti, Nick Maniscalco, John Becker Jr., and Rob Becker, this is Mike Amento saying so long from Simsbury.